To avoid one of the most common style mistakes that even stylish men make, look for these 7 signs. So, a couple of years ago, I was working with a film director. He was taking his wife to Jamaica to celebrate 10 years of marriage. He wanted me to put together a linen cream suit that he would wear on the beach to renew the vows with his wife. When doing his wardrobe edit, I figured that every single one of his jackets in his wardrobe were the wrong fit. So I introduced this gentleman to what we call made-to-measure suits, or in the case of today's video, jackets. Fit is everything, guys. It doesn't matter how expensive and how nice your suit is. If it's the wrong fit, aka the wrong size, it becomes a bad suit. In this video, I'm going to give you practical, actionable tips on you can check the jackets in your existing wardrobe if they are quite possibly the wrong size or a bad fit. It's going to be 7 practical things that you can actually check straight away. The first and probably the most common issue that men have with the sizing of their jackets is the sleeve length. Now, if your sleeves are extending beyond your wrists, they're too long. That suit jacket is not the right size, it's too big. If your suit jacket is not reaching your wrist, that's the bone, that bone on your wrist. If it's not reaching, if it's over an inch away, then that is a suit jacket that's too small. When you're standing in a resting position, you want the length of your suit jacket to be about 3/4 of an inch away from your wrist bone. So that's about that much away. So from that bone where your wrist becomes your hand, you want to be about 3/4 or about an inch, let's just use a round figure, away. You want your suit jacket to stop there. And the reason why we want that is that we want the cuff of your shirt. Most of the time you're wearing a jacket, you're wearing a shirt underneath, a smart shirt, or in America you may call it a dress shirt. You want your dress shirt to poke out beyond the line of your suit cuff. You want it to be maybe 3/4 of an inch of your shirt showing underneath. So it's a really nice, clean and elegant finish. So you want your suit jacket to be that length. If it's too short, if it's too far away from your wrist bone, again, that's too short. That jacket is too small. And obviously, if it extends beyond your suit jacket, you will simply look like a year 7. You know, when you start in school and your mum buys you a blazer that's too big so that it lasts you a long time, that's what you look like when your suit jacket is extending beyond your wrist. So you want to avoid that, gentlemen. The next clear sign of a jacket being the wrong size is, are you able to fasten the buttons comfortably and easily? If you're trying to fasten a button, I would say when you're checking the size, you want to fasten all the buttons and you want to make sure that you can still fit your hand between your suit jacket and your body. So you still want to be able to have enough room to fit your hand inside there. That's a good sign that that jacket is a good fit. If you can't fit your hand in between, and when you fasten your buttons, the 2 sides of the suit are pulling against each other, those buttons are eventually going to give way and that jacket is too small. Conversely, if you can fit your hand in between your body and the suit when it's buttoned up, and there's still room to go, that's a clear sign that that suit is too big and needs either tailoring in, or you want to get a smaller size if you're buying it off the rack. The third sign you want to see is wrinkles on your shoulder. When you buy a suit jacket and you put it on, the shoulder line of the suit jacket should rest cleanly and nicely following the line of your natural shoulders. There shouldn't be any wrinkles or any bubbles on that shoulder line, and the sleeve should start where your shoulder bone ends. If the sleeve is starting beyond where your shoulder bone ends, again, that jacket is too big and it will simply ruin the cut and finish and the overall silhouette of the suit. The next way you can check all your jackets is if you can extend your arms. A good fitting, well-made suit should allow you full maneuverability and full movement of your body. You should be able to extend your arms horizontally in front of you, and it should be comfortable. There should be nothing pulling on the suit, and there should be no kind of bat wing excess fabric when you do that. It should be a natural movement with nothing forced. And what you also want to do is you want to extend your arms horizontally either side of you, like so. And again, it should be a natural movement. There shouldn't be any tension pulling back on you, and that's a sign of a good fitting suit. Anything either side of that, yeah, that suit jacket may not be quite the right fit. For some of you experienced connoisseurs of suiting and tailoring, you will know that the collar gap is one of the worst nightmares that you can ever see on a suit. Now, when you wear your jacket in a normal form and you're standing up, there shouldn't be a gap between your neck or your shirt collar and the collar of the suit jacket or the jacket in general. It should be a flush finish resting on the back of your neck, wrapping around your dress shirt. Now, for suits that you buy off the rack in the regular menswear store, when you sit down or when you lean forward, you most likely will have some kind of gap there. To fix that issue, that's a complex tailoring maneuver that requires a lot of skill and expense. So if you've got a gap when you're sitting down and leaning forward, that's not too much of a concern. What you want to avoid is a gap when you're actually standing up straight. That's a clear sign that that is a bad cut suit and it's the wrong size or simply the wrong jacket for you. Obviously, if you're going to a bespoke tailor, they will actually do it so well, if it's a good experienced tailor, that even when you sit down and you're resting, pretty much 100% of your movement, there'll be little to no gap on your collar. That suit will work and move around you. That's the benefit of a bespoke suit. But obviously, I'm doing this video to a variety of people. Some people may not have access to bespoke tailoring. So you want to just make sure that when you're buying a jacket or the jackets you own, that there is no gap on that collar. It does look pretty awful. Now, this is a sign that your suit jacket is simply too big. If it's sagging in front, if you look at the hem of the suit, if it's sloping towards the front, that means that there is too much fabric in front of you. There's too much fabric at the front of the suit jacket, and it is simply too big. I used to see this a lot growing up when I used to go to church. Some of the older men, had, big bellies, big burly men, and wearing a bishop suit. And they used to always have suit jackets that sagged at the front, and it just looked awful. It just makes you look more burly, less elegant. It just looks all over the place. So if you're seeing that there is this sloping at the front of your suit jacket, maybe because you are trying to, hide a lot of weight in the front in your belly, and it's sagging, is probably the wrong size suit. A good tailor or a good jacket, even if you are trying to conceal a belly or a stomach, won't sag. It will still keep a consistent line right the way down. That's a good fitting jacket. So if there is sagging, if there is sloping at the front, that jacket size is too big. The final test that you can actually do, of course, is wear a dress shirt inside and see if your suit jacket will comfortably and seamlessly go over that dress shirt. Obviously, for different kind of jackets, it doesn't have to be a dress shirt. It can be a t-shirt or a polo neck like I'm wearing. But for blazers and suits for tailored jackets, yeah, you want to check that they can easily go over a dress shirt or a jacket. I've been going gym in the last couple of years. I've put on a lot of weight, and most of my muscles is on my chest and on my lats. So a lot of my suit jackets are the same size, but they no longer fit well. When I put them on, they pull and crease the shirt underneath, which is a clear sign that I probably either moved up in size or I do need to go and see a tailor and get my jackets adjusted. They should just slide comfortably over a dress shirt with no creases, no pulling. I don't have to be fiddling around with my dress shirt underneath my jacket. It should be a seamless, simple process to just slip the jacket over and button it up. If there is any pulling, if is a wrestling match, if there is any tension, that suit jacket is not quite right, and you need to get either a bigger size or call your tailor. Those are 7 signs, guys, that you can actually go into your wardrobe, look at all your jackets and just see if they are a good fit. Of course, it's really hard, guys. I've mentioned in my previous videos, most brands today, when they are designing clothes and making clothes for men, they use fit models, and most fit models are around 6 foot tall and weigh around 70 kilograms. So they're pretty slim, athletic guys. The vast majority of the billions of us men around the world simply don't have bodies like that. Less than 20% of men are 6 foot tall or above, for example. So straight away, we're on the back foot in terms of finding the right sizes for us. Add to that, there is different sizes compared to in different parts of the world. So in Europe, in Asia, in Africa, we're all different shapes and sizes, even if we may be all men, for example. So sizing is a really hard thing to get right, particularly on something such as technical and as nuanced as a suit. So what is the solution? Well, the solution, guys, is what I like to call made-to-measure suiting. They have a foundational jacket that they've already designed, so it may be machine-made, it's already in the shop, but what they're able to do is they're able to alter the structure, the foundations of that jacket around your body. It's a lot more accessible pricing-wise to bespoke tailoring. Bespoke tailoring, they're literally building your custom suit from the ground up. So you're getting to choose absolutely every item involved, from the fabric right the way to the string that they're going to use. So made to measure is accessible financially. You're not necessarily going to walk away with the suit the same way. What will happen is you will go in for a fitting. They'll do your measurements. You'll have a discussion with the tailor or the alteration department, and then they will cut and sew that suit around your requirements in your body, and this just gives you a better fitting suit. A lot of local retail stores now are offering made to measure. I know Hugo Boss have a campaign at the moment with Anthony Joshua where they're promoting their made to measure service. It's a really good option for suiting, particularly nowadays, guys, where technology is making alterations and personalization of fashion a lot more accessible financially. So that's the main takeaway I want you to take away today is push yourself, step out your comfort zone, and recognize that your image and your style is an investment. It will attract the right opportunities in your life, but you have to invest the time. If you're watching this video, you're probably the kind of guy who's looking to invest the time. I'd also encourage you to invest the money, and it will bring its dividends. I have clients who are elevating their image and they're beginning to see it pay off even in business. It's actually bringing a financial return because it's boosting their confidence. It's making them more powerful, making their image more attractive as a brand. So when they meet people, when they're engaged with their audience, they're actually seeing better results. So look into it, guys. Look into made to measure. As I said, if you want me to do a full video on made to measure suit and really break it down on how it can work and how you can get involved with that, leave me a comment below, and I always respond to the comments, and I always respond to videos when you ask for one. I will do a video, so let me know in the comments if that interests you. In my next video, we'll talk about suit buttons. We'll talk about single button, double-breasted, 3-button suits. We'll talk about the different buttons. It's a small thing, but it makes a big difference into the overall image that you're trying to create with the suit. So if that interests you, strike that bell notification so you don't miss that video when it's coming out. But I really appreciate you watching this channel. Guys, if you're new, like and subscribe, join the community. For regular viewers, thanks so much for viewing. Share this with a friend who you think might find this useful, and I will catch you as ever on the next one. Peace.